A tech bro moves to Mexico City to save money. We call that gentrification, right?
But a Black American does the exact same math. What do we call that?
That's what this video is about.
But real quick, first time meeting us, friend? I'm CC, PHR certified, 10 plus years as a Fortune 500 corporate recruiter. I was the gatekeeper. Now, I work for you.
And I'm Tristen, full-time Puerto Vallarta resident since May 2025. Relocation, residency, and what it actually costs, that's my lane. Oh, and also spreadsheet operator.
Melanated in Mexico, that's the channel. Income to immigration pipeline, that's the system. Now, let's get into it, friend. Okay, 3 things in the next 12 minutes.
1, what Geo Arbitrage actually is, where the term comes from, and why it works.
2, how to do it respectfully, because that question deserves an answer, not a dodge.
3, why you specifically should consider it, the math, the timing, and what it costs if you don't.
Stay with us, friend. This one's really important.
Geo Arbitrage. The term was popularized in 2007 by a book called The 4-Hour Workweek, written by Tim Ferriss. Definition: earn your income in one country's currency, spend it in another country with a lower cost of living. That gap is yours to keep.
But friend, here's what Tim Ferriss did not invent.
The concept.
Black Americans have been geo-arbitraging for 100 years, child. The Great Migration. 6 million Black Americans moved from the rural South to Chicago, Detroit, Oakland, New York for higher wages and a different life.
Moving around for a better economic opportunity, that's geo-arbitrage, domestic or abroad.
Atlanta to Houston in the 2010s, Black professionals moved for lower cost of living and lower property prices. I know you remember that. It's the same play.
International geo-arbitrage is just the next chapter of a book our grandparents already wrote.
The only thing new is the passport stamp.
Now, how does it actually work? 3 pieces. 1, keep your U.S. income, salary, pension, social security, business revenue. Doesn't matter. You keep it in dollars.
2, you move your cost of life to a geography where dollars stretch much further. Mexico's cost of living runs about 30 to 70% below US levels.
3, the difference is yours. Savings, investments, a better lifestyle, retirement on your own timeline.
Same paycheck, different purchasing power. That's the entire math, friend. Now, that's the what. Easy part.
Here comes the part most YouTube videos skip.
The respect question. Let's go. Okay, look, the question is real. When wealthy outsiders move into a place, they can drive up rents, push out long-time residents, and treat the local culture like a backdrop.
That is gentrification. It happens. We're not pretending it doesn't.
But here's where we have to be precise.
Retirees on fixed incomes aren't driving up global housing spikes. Neither are Black teachers moving to Mexico City on a $38,000 a year budget.
Child, the real drivers are corporate capital, short-term rental empires, and venture-backed developers. Us Black immigrants are not the problem. Child, it ain't enough of y'all trying to leave like that anyway.
Child, please. With that being said, individuals still matter. The passport you carry carries weight. So here's the rule.
You can be a guest or you can be a colonizer. The difference is in the daily choices you make in someone else's country.
Guests learn Spanish, or at least try. Colonizers refuse.
Guests tip at a fair percentage because that tip is the worker's living. Colonizers tip at the US minimum because that's what locals do.
Guests patronize local businesses, local barbershops, local mercados, local-owned restaurants. Colonizers only go where the other Americans go.
Guests pay the fair rate without haggling a vendor down over $2 when the vendor's income is only $200 a week to begin with. Colonizers argue every price.
Guests hire local workers and pay them fairly, sometimes even above market rate. Colonizers try to find the cheapest possible labor and pay below market rate.
Guests show up at local events, not just expat events. Colonizers wall themselves off in foreign-only communities.
Guests contribute to the local economy on purpose. Colonizers extract.
Friend, seriously, none of this is that hard, okay? It's the basic of being a guest in someone else's country.
But fam, there's one more layer, and it's specific to us.
Now stay with us, friend. So when we say guest, not colonizer, that applies to everybody.
But the people most likely to be colonizers are the ones with the most wealth, the ones who've never had to integrate anywhere in their lives.
Most Black Americans moving abroad are not the wealth class. Median Black household wealth in the U.S. is a fraction of what other groups hold.
When we move, we're often integrating into Black or brown communities abroad, not walling ourselves off.
Right. I've watched it happen here in PV. Black Americans hire local. Black Americans support local and Black-owned businesses. Black Americans make an effort to learn and speak the language. That's just what we do.
Well, not all of us. Some of your cousins show up here and act exactly like the tech pros do, or like they're from Dallas, Texas. It happens here in Mexico too.
Yeah, you're right. That is true. But on average, Black Americans show up integrated because we already know what it feels like to be in a place where you have to earn your welcome. Now, friend, that's the how. Now let's talk about the why, about you specifically.
3 reasons: math, timing, and the stakes.
So first, the math.
The median 401k for Americans in their 50s right now is around $460,000.
That number doesn't retire you comfortably in the US, friend. Unfortunately, it retires you scared and with limited options.
Same number plus Social Security with a 4% draw here in Puerto Vallarta, comfortable retirement, 20 plus years of runway.
That's not a loophole, friend. That's Geo Arbitrage doing its job. That's when that math starts mathing, child.
Second, timing. Remote work normalized after 2020. Mexican residency requirements are accessible for some right now, but they will likely increase next year, which may disqualify some. So in short, what I'm trying to say is get it while it's available, because access isn't always guaranteed.
And we have communities here right now, friend. 5 years ago, you'd been one of the chosen few. But today, there are thousands of Black Americans across Mexico residing and thriving in PV, Playa del Carmen, Mérida, Oaxaca, San Miguel.
We outside!
Yes, we are.
All right. Third, the stakes if you don't.
U.S. cost of living keeps outpacing wages, y'all. Healthcare costs alone, $1,200 a month for a couple in private U.S. coverage. That number gets bigger and bigger every year.
Dang shame.
Dang shame.
Retirement scarcity is the default feature for most Black professionals in their 50s and 60s.
So geo arbitrage is not a luxury, friend. For a lot of us, it's the difference between retiring secure and retiring scared.
Our grandparents migrated for economic opportunity, and so can we.
Now, friend, one honest catch.
To qualify to live here legally in Mexico, the Mexican government wants you to show proof of $4,400 a month in income to qualify for temporary residency. Now, these are the 2026 numbers.
But if your current income doesn't clear that number, that's not a Mexico problem. That's an income problem.
And income problems have solutions.
The wall has a door. The door is a work from anywhere job.
A real one with US dollars, US W-2, living wherever you want.
But that's next Tuesday's video. Just so that you know, the door does exist and I'm here to help you open it. Okay, back to the math. Don't just take our number. Check your number for yourself.
With our free Geo Arbitrage calculator, all you do is put in your current US monthly costs and it will show you what your same life will cost here in Mexico. The spreadsheet made sure it was updated with the 2026 data.
Thank you, Spreadsheet.
She says, de nada.
This tool takes away the guessing so you can start planning. It provides real math.
Comment calculator below and we'll share the link with you.
Oh, and drop the city where you're watching from. Houston, Atlanta, DMV, Detroit, Charlotte, wherever. We're building the next deep dive around where you are.
Just not Dallas. In closing, a tech bro doing this, gentrification.
Oh, but a Black American doing this?
Options.
Financial peace.
Freedom.
Our grandparents moved north chasing a dollar that was always going to shortchange them.
We're moving south. Same dollar, different buying power.
That's not running away, friend.
That's arriving. Our goal is 1,000 Black Americans through the pipeline. What will your number be?
Follow your freedom, friend. Reside where you thrive.